We have a number of problems, like the gangs. They've grown to around 30,000. But it's due to young people's lack of access to education, a lack of employment, the lack of health, and the fact they live in crowded conditions in poor housing.
The youths where we work cannot go out in the street. They get beaten up, they get put in jail. But some this year have been in jail 10 times, so that's 30 or even 50 days in jail. And of course, the youths react very angrily to that. Murder rates in El Salvador have doubled in the last 3 years. They kill with great ease and have no real sense of consciousness. Some of the kids you see hanging around the gangbangers actually say, well, that's what I want to be.
Ya exactamente los 13 años.
I was exactly 13 when I joined the gang. I knew what I was getting into. I feel at home there because I'm living among friends who make me feel appreciated. But I've been beaten up by the police. I've lost mates, close mates, and a little while ago I lost a very close friend. May he rest in peace.
Este es mi hijo, Carlos Balmores Martínez Reyes.
This is my son, Carlos Balmores
El
Martínez.
primero de mis hijos.
He was my first child.
Por cierto, todavía
He
vive
still
en mí.
lives in me.
En mi corazón
In my
todavía
heart, he is
vive
still alive and will
y
always live
siempre
there.
vivirá. Una noche que lo habían citado.
One night, his gang called him to guard the Campaneros neighborhood.
Viniendo él de allá para
On his
acá,
way back here, he came
se
face to
encontró
face
con
with the
la
opposing
patrulla
gang,
contraria y
and that's when
ahí
they
fue
killed
que
him.
le dieron muerte.
Era un niño normal, pasaba en la casa de repente.
My son was just a normal boy who spent a lot of time at home. Then he started going out, and then he joined a gang. He wanted to join. No one forced him to. Whoever wants just joins. Then the police started to persecute him and treat him badly. They'd come to the house and threaten to kill him.
Cuando me metió a la pandilla me sentí triste.
I was very sad when he joined because I knew that sooner or later he'd get killed. But it wasn't another gang, it was the police. They washed their hands of it, saying it was self-defense, but it couldn't have been. The bullet was in his back. They're still walking free. They won't do anything about it. They always mistreat the gang members. They ask for money, and if they don't get it, they beat them up, even whip them.
El Salvador needs to create 800,000 jobs just for youth. El Salvador offers 3 places in the university for every 100 youths. El Salvador does not guarantee the education in secondary school for its youth. The most of the people are just robbed of opportunity.
Many people think youth are in gangs because their parents don't care for them or look after them properly because they're always working. Others think it's because they're lazy, don't want to study, and they like making a nuisance of themselves. Some say it's because of the bad system in the country, where poverty means young people have to seek love and affection outside the family, because their parents are always working to make enough money to live on. But I don't think it's any of these things. You can't say this or that is the reason. There isn't a single reason. They all play a part in why the gangs exist.
And the only people who actually have the moral solvency, the moral credibility in El Salvador, because it's not the police, it's not the army, it's not the government, it's not even the town hall, it's the church, and that's their important role. But they also have to understand the church isn't just being about inside buildings, the church is about being in the street, on the ground, serving the community. And if you can't find Christ in the face of your neighbour, especially he or she who is the most downtrodden, the most oppressed, the most lost, you'll never find Christ in the church.